Have you ever noticed how easily we overlook the gentle wonders that fill our days? We wake up, reach for our phones, and let the world rush in before we even take a breath. We move from one task to another, our minds already racing ahead, rarely pausing to notice the quiet beauty right in front of us. But what if, tonight, we slowed down together? What if, for these next few moments, we made space to see the world with new eyes, soft, attentive, grateful? What if we let ourselves be surprised by the grace that hides in the smallest things? Take a moment now and settle in. Let your shoulders relax. Let your breath deepen. Let the noise of the day fade into the background. There is nothing you need to do right now except be here, present, open to the gentle invitation of this moment. Think back to your day, not the big events, but the tiny details, the way sunlight crept across your floor this morning, the sound of birds outside your window, or the distant hum of life beyond your walls, the warmth of your first sip of coffee, the comfort of your favorite sweater, the feeling of water on your skin as you washed your hands. Maybe you noticed the smile of a stranger, or the way someone held the door for you. Maybe you caught the scent of something familiar as you walked down the street, and it reminded you of home. Maybe you found a moment of laughter, or a second of peace, even in the middle of a busy day. These are the small things. They don't shout for attention. They don't demand to be remembered, but they are the quiet threads that hold our days together, weaving meaning and beauty into the ordinary. So often, we wait for something big to remind us we are cared for. We look for signs, for answers, for grand gestures, but grace is rarely loud. It is often as soft as a whisper, as fleeting as a shadow, as delicate as the brush of wind on your cheek. Tonight, let's honor those gentle gifts. Let's notice the way your body supports you, carrying you through every challenge and every joy. Let's give thanks for the food that nourished you today, for the roof that shelters you, for the bed that waits to hold you as you rest. Think about the people who crossed your path, who offered you kindness, even in small ways, who listened, who smiled, who made you feel seen. And who did you offer kindness to, even if just a word, a gesture, a moment of patience? Grace is not only something we receive, it is something we give, often without realizing it every time. You choose compassion over judgment, patience over frustration, hope over cynicism. You are planting seeds of grace in the world. Let yourself feel gratitude for the ways you showed up today, for the times you tried, even if things didn't go as planned, for the moments you chose gentleness with others and with yourself. Maybe you're thinking of things you wish you'd done differently, mistakes you made, words you wish you could take back, opportunities you missed. Let those regrets be held gently tonight. You are not defined by your missteps. You are not measured by your productivity, your achievements, or your ability to keep going. You are worthy of grace simply because you are here, breathing, trying, being human. If you feel tired, let that be okay. If you feel uncertain, let that be welcome. There is no need to fix or change anything right now. This is a space for acceptance, for presence, for simply being. Notice the details of your surroundings, the softness of your blanket, the coolness of the air, the subtle sounds that fill the quiet. Let these gentle sensations remind you that you are alive, that you are present, that you are held by the rhythms of life itself. If emotions rise, grief, joy, gratitude, longing, welcome them as honored guests. Each feeling has something to teach you, something to offer. Let the silence be a safe place for all that you carry, a place where you can lay down your burdens and simply rest. Think about the small acts of kindness you witnessed or offered today, a door held open, a message sent just to check in, a smile shared with a stranger. These moments matter. They are the quiet miracles that make life beautiful. You do not need to wait for something grand to feel connected to the sacred. Grace is woven into every detail of your life, waiting for you to notice, to receive, to celebrate. Let yourself rest in that truth. Let your mind drift back through the hours of your day, searching for the gentle touch of grace you may have missed. Perhaps it was the way the morning air felt crisp and new as you stepped outside. Maybe it was the quiet comfort of your favorite song playing in the background, or the way a pet curled up beside you, offering silent companionship. Think of the taste of something sweet, the relief of a deep breath after a long moment, the feeling of warm water washing over your hands. These are the moments that rarely make it into our journals or our stories, yet they are the ones that sustain us. They are the reminders that life is not only about milestones or achievements, but about the small joys that invite us to pause and notice. Imagine now the faces of those you encountered today, the friend who sent a thoughtful message, the coworker who offered a word of encouragement, the stranger who nodded in passing. Each interaction, however brief, is a thread in the fabric of your day, a gentle connection that weaves you into the larger story of humanity. Now, turn your attention to your own heart. What small kindness did you offer yourself today? Maybe you allowed yourself a moment of rest, or forgave yourself for a mistake, or simply breathed deeply when you felt overwhelmed. These acts of self-compassion are seeds of grace, quietly nurturing your spirit. If you find your thoughts wandering to worries or regrets, let them pass through you like leaves on a stream. You do not have to hold on to them tonight. Let the small things anchor you in the present, reminding you that peace is found here now. In this moment, think of the rituals that bring you comfort. Maybe it's the way you make your bed in the morning, or the way you prepare your evening tea. Perhaps it's the habit of lighting a candle, or taking a moment to stretch and breathe before sleep. These simple practices are sacred in their own way, grounding you in the present and reminding you that you are worthy of care. Let yourself feel gratitude for these routines. They are not insignificant. They are the scaffolding that supports your days, the gentle reminders that you are allowed to slow down, to savor, to be gentle with yourself. Now, imagine the world outside your window. Somewhere, someone is looking at the same moon, breathing the same night air, longing for the same peace. You are not alone in your search for meaning, for comfort, for connection. Let that awareness bring you solace. You are part of a community of souls, each one seeking grace in the details, each one hoping for a gentle touch, a quiet reassurance, a moment of belonging. If you feel gratitude rising, let it fill you. Thank yourself for noticing, for caring, for showing up. Thank those who have touched your life, and send a silent wish for their happiness as you rest. Set an intention for tomorrow. Maybe you will pause to notice the way sunlight dances on the wall, or the way laughter echoes in the hallway. Maybe you will savor the taste of your morning coffee, or the feeling of cool sheets as you climb into bed. Let these small joys be your guide, your anchor, your reminder that life is made up of moments, not milestones. You do not need to chase after meaning. You do not need to wait for something big to feel blessed. Grace is here, in the details, in the ordinary, in the moments that make up your life. Let yourself rest in that truth. If your heart feels heavy, let it lighten. If your mind is busy, let it slow. If your spirit feels restless, let it find stillness. You are enough. Just as you are worthy of kindness from others and from yourself. Let the quiet of this moment hold you. Let it remind you that you are alive, that you are present, that you are held by the gentle rhythms of life itself. If this reflection has touched you, let us know in the comments by writing. Grace is in the details. Share a small blessing you noticed today, or a hope you carry for tomorrow. Let's build a circle of gratitude together, supporting one another with kindness and encouragement. Let's journey even deeper into the quiet places of your day, where gentle grace often goes unnoticed. Think about the first sounds you heard this morning, the hush before the alarm, the soft creak of the floor, the distant song of a bird. These are the beginnings of a day, subtle invitations to awaken, not just your body but your spirit to the possibility of wonder. Reflect on the first person you spoke to, or the first message you received. Was there a moment of kindness, a word that made you feel seen, even if just for an instant? Sometimes grace comes disguised as ordinary conversation, a shared joke, a listening ear, a simple good morning. Consider the way you moved through your routines. Perhaps you brushed your teeth, prepared breakfast, or tied your shoes without a second thought. But even these actions are small miracles. Your body moving, your senses alive, your mind guiding you through the steps of daily living. Notice the moments when you paused, even if only for a second. Maybe you looked out the window and watched the clouds drift by. Maybe you felt the warmth of sunlight on your face, or the coolness of water as you washed your hands. These pauses are sacred. They are reminders to breathe, to notice, to be present. If you shared a meal with someone today, remember the sound of their voice, the way their laughter filled the room, the comfort of being together. Meals are more than nourishment for the body. They are opportunities for connection, for gratitude, for grace. If you ate alone, think of the ways you cared for yourself. The food you chose, the way you arranged your plate, the quiet satisfaction of each bite. These are acts of self-love, small acknowledgments that you are worthy of care and attention. Recall a challenge you faced today, a moment of frustration, a problem that seemed too big, a feeling of doubt or worry. Notice how you responded. Maybe you took a deep breath, or stepped outside for a moment, or reached out to someone for support. Even if the challenge remains, your response is a sign of your resilience, your willingness to keep going, your openness to grace. Think about the transitions between activities, the walk from one room to another, the shift from work to rest, the quiet moments in between. These are the spaces where grace often slips in, unnoticed but powerful, offering you a chance to reset, to let go, to begin again. If you spent time in nature today, remember the details, the color of the sky, the shape of the leaves, the feeling of earth beneath your feet. Nature is a constant reminder that beauty is everywhere, that life is unfolding in a million small ways, each one a gift. If you didn't have time to go outside, bring nature to mind now. Imagine the sound of rain, the scent of flowers, the vastness of the sky. Let these images fill you with a quiet sense of belonging to something greater than yourself. As evening arrived, notice how the light changed, how the world grew softer, how your body began to slow. Evenings are invitations to reflect, to gather the small moments of the day, to let gratitude settle in your heart. If you spoke to someone you love, remember the warmth of their words, the comfort of their presence, the joy of being understood. If you spent time alone, honor the ways you cared for yourself, the moments you allowed yourself to rest, to dream, to simply be. Let your mind wander through the details of your day, collecting the gentle gifts that grace has offered you. A favorite song on the radio, the feeling of clean clothes, the satisfaction of completing a task, the relief of letting something go. These are the moments that make up a life. They are the evidence of grace, the quiet proof that you are cared for, that you are never truly alone. As you prepare for rest, let yourself feel gratitude for all that you have received. Thank yourself for noticing, for pausing, for opening your heart to the beauty of the ordinary. You are part of a larger story, a community of souls seeking meaning, comfort, and connection in the details of daily life. Let that awareness bring you peace. You are supported, cherished, and held by the gentle rhythms of grace. Now, as night settles in and the world grows quiet, allow yourself to gather all the small moments from your day, the gentle details, the quiet kindnesses, the fleeting joys. Let them come together in your memory like stars appearing one by one in the evening sky, each one a point of light, a reminder that grace is never far away. Think about the comfort of your bed, the softness of your pillow, the calm that begins to settle in your body as you prepare for rest. Notice the way your breath moves in and out, steady and gentle, anchoring you to the present moment. This is your time to let go, to release the worries and regrets, to trust that you have done enough for today. If your mind returns to something left unfinished, offer yourself patience. There will be time tomorrow. Tonight is for rest, for gratitude, for allowing the small things to be enough. Reflect on the connections you made today, whether with loved ones, friends, or strangers. Every smile, every kind word, every moment of understanding your life. These connections do not have to be dramatic or profound to matter. It is the accumulation of small gestures that builds trust, love, and meaning over time. If you felt lonely or misunderstood, remember that you are not alone in your longing for connection. There are countless others, right now, wishing for the same comfort, the same sense of belonging. Let that awareness soften your heart, opening you to compassion for yourself and for others. As you lie here, consider the ways you offered grace to yourself today. Maybe you forgave yourself for a mistake, or allowed yourself to rest when you felt tired. Perhaps you spoke kindly to yourself, even if just for a moment. These acts of self-compassion are not small. They are the foundation of healing, the beginning of peace. Now, set an intention for tomorrow. It could be as simple as noticing the way sunlight streams through your window, or savoring the taste of your morning tea. Perhaps it's offering a kind word to someone who needs it, or taking a moment to breathe deeply when you feel overwhelmed. Let this intention be a gentle guide, a reminder that you can always return to the small things, to the details, to the grace that is always present. If you feel gratitude rising, let it overflow. Thank yourself for choosing to notice, for seeking beauty, for allowing grace to surprise you. Thank those who have touched your life, and send a silent wish for their happiness and peace. Before you close your eyes, remember that you are enough. You are worthy of kindness, of rest, of the gentle embrace of grace. You do not need to strive or prove or achieve to be loved. You are loved simply because you are here. If this reflection has brought you comfort, let us know in the comments by writing. Grace is in the details. Share a small blessing you noticed today, or a hope you carry for tomorrow. Let's continue building a circle of gratitude together, supporting one another with kindness and encouragement. Subscribe to the channel so you never walk alone. Turn on notifications so you're always invited back to this space of comfort and faith. And always remember, no matter where you are, we walk together in faith.